Cambridge Dictionary to crown a new word of the year. And yes, it involves the two of them. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Get ready for a journey through emotion, culture, fandom, and the wild side of language. Because the word of the year isn't what you'd expect. The word is parasocial. At first glance, it sounds like something sci-fi or a fancy sociology lecture. But the short version, parasocial means a connection we feel with someone we don't actually know. You think of a celebrity or internet personality like a friend, even though they've never met you, don't text you, and might not even know you exist. Why did Cambridge choose it? Because in 2025, the world acted like these one-sided relationships aren't just weird outliers, they're mainstream. Searches for the word jumped. People used it in tweets, in memes, and yes, in comments about Taylor and Travis. So why this word this year? Because our social media, our fandoms, our playlists, they've all blurred the line between real connection and feel-like connection. And that's where the fun and the danger begins. Ready to dig into how love, pop culture, and linguistics collided? Their engagement in August 2025 was a cultural moment. And that's one of the reasons Cambridge pointed to it when explaining why parasocial rose to the top. We were drawn into their story, so much so that our brains said, I know him or her, even though, well, we don't. So what does it feel like when you're on the parasocial side of things? You're checking every Instagram story. You're quoting lyrics like they were your own. You're emotionally invested in something that doesn't involve you being known in return. Sound familiar? It does to me. The term parasocial was born in the 1950s when sociologists noticed TV viewers forming relationships with characters they only saw on screen. That feels quaint now, right? Because you might have felt it watching a YouTube creator, following a podcast host, or staring at a singer's lyrics and whispering, they're speaking to me. Thanks to social media and streaming, those relationships have gone from TV's living room to your pocket. A notification here, live stream there, emoji-packed comments everywhere, and suddenly, it's easy to believe you are part of the narrative, when really, you're still on the other side of the screen. And sometimes that's fun. You feel connected. You feel seen. But sometimes, you feel hugely invested, with no one actually invested in you. So, why does parasocial matter beyond the memes? Because how we connect influences how we feel about ourselves and how we relate to others. Which brings us to an important question. Is feeling close enough when someone doesn't know you exist? You might discover you're deep in a parasocial loop when you say things like, I feel like Taylor wrote it just for me. Or I do anything just for a glimpse of his story. And suddenly you're thinking, does this make sense? Am I giving too much of me to someone who will never know me? That's the light bulb moment. So the next time you scream at your screen or get emotional over a celebrity's breakup, ask yourself, who's driving this ship, me or my feelings? When a lot of people suddenly feel the same weird emotional pattern, we find a word for it. That's what's happening with parasocial. The Cambridge Dictionary found that lookups for the word surged in 2025. One of the editors said the word captures the 2025 zeitgeist. Because even beyond Taylor and Travis, beyond celebrities, we now talk to AI bots, we watch live streams, we follow curated personalities. We engage, but often the engagement doesn't engage us back. And that's the heart of parasocial. When you feel emotionally tied to someone who doesn't know you, you're in the parasocial zone. But when you feel empowered by someone to live your own life, that's something else entirely. Parasocial is our word of the year. It reflects the way we connect in the digital age, with stars, with creators, with voices we admire. And the romance of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce helped amplify the spotlight on it. But beyond the headlines, the lesson is for you. It's a moment to pause and ask, am I living for someone I've never met? Or am I using their story to fuel my own? I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt that I know them moment when you really didn't? Drop a comment. Share your story of fandom, and let's talk about how we can keep our connections real, even when the world from the screen feels so real. If this article resonated, share it with someone who might be living in that parasocial zone, and let's spread the word about parasocial before it spreads too much.